Hello everyone, how are we? It's a little bit early today, but we've got storms coming and it's really, really black. And in the studio it gets really iffy with the Wi-Fi, so I thought I'd just come on a little bit earlier. This is not going to be a good one. I'm just giving you a heads up right now, but I think it's important. It's ugly. It's one of the ugliest things I have ever seen in my life. But I think people need to be aware of adult behaviours. But I'm going to say hi to everyone. Hi, Ursa Bruin, you were first in the house. Unsolved with Barb Smith, hello. Brandy Bradford, evening, I know, it's night time over there. Cam and Ricky, 124, good to see you again. Josie's here. Mississippi Girl, A Stitching Crime. Blue Skies here. Wendy J UK, hello again. Oh, my voice is just really crappy today. Hey, beautiful people, says Aussie True Crime. Emerald Flower, Twiggy, Lip Locked is here. G'day, mates. I can't help it, I've got to do it. Daisy White's here. I think Daisy knows where I'm going with this. Sibling style. Yes, we do love Summer Moon. Smashville's in the house. Berry Dust Diaries. Angela James. Moulin Rouge, hello. I've seen you about a bit lately too. Penelope Pit Stop. Did you see in the comments from yesterday's video, Penelope, someone wrote something about they had a puppy they used to call Penelope Pit Stop? And I was like, oh. It would have to be a white little fluffy one, wouldn't it? To be Penelope. J-Day's here, Gabby B's here. You guys are so cool. Ms. Obvious. Oh, I love that. Sending good karma. Hello. One Jura Matters. Wow. That's pretty clever. I just love names that, yeah, you know, they make you think a little bit. I'm still jealous of A Stitching Crime though. That would have been so good for me. Who else have we got? Betty Jo, hi, how are you? Taliel, Desiree, Kathy Cooper, Marlena Cantu, Pippi's here. My very first live lady who ever come into my live. Couch Detectives, welcome. I think I've just, oh no, here we go. Mustang Barb, oh my God. Hubby and I were looking at them on the internet the other day, the new Mustangs. Like we're just dreaming, but they're so cool. I'd love to have a Mustang one day. True Crime Insanity with KC, hello. True Crime Commentary, hello Penny. New Zealand Mystery, sorry I didn't come up, Penny, I'd literally just sort of opened my eyes 5 minutes before. I was still lying in bed, I hadn't even got out of bed yet. My little, and then when I dropped the kids at school and was ready to come up, you were gone. I was like, damn it. But it was lovely of you to ask. It's really weird to me when people say, oh, do you want to come up? Because, you know, you follow people and you admire them and stuff. And, yeah, it's a good feeling. And I've found that with so many, Grippy's here. Hi, Grippy. After we watch this, we can have an open panel if people want to come up and hang out. You have a Mustang? Oh my God, unicorns. Yeah, we're big V8 supercar fans, and oh my God, you know, but with 5 grandkids, when you should be downsizing when you get to our age, shouldn't you? Shouldn't have to go and buy a bloody Pathfinder. 7-seater. I didn't even have a 7-seater for my own kids. But I've got to now because, you know, 3 of them are in car seats. So, hi, Elena's View. You have no choice nowadays, unless you just don't take them anywhere. But I cart them all around. One day I had to pick up kids from school, and it was like 4 different schools. No, 3 different schools for 4 kids. And I was like, wow. Luckily, they all got out at different times. Oh, Brandy, thank you. I wasn't going to, I've been sitting, that's why I didn't schedule it, because I've been sitting there arguing with myself in my own brain about whether to do this or not. So some people are going to say, just leave alone and shut up. And I get that because I've been doing that as well this morning. But hi, Tat, welcome. But from what I can see, they're just not going to stop. Oh my God, Raina has 2 Mustangs and a King Cobra. Oh my God. Can I come and play at your house? Oh, that would be so cool. You can take me for a little drive. I don't need a car seat. You lucky girl. That is awesome. Miss Justice is here. Eye on crime. Yes, so I sat there thinking about it. You know how you do that? Yeah, I don't know if you do that, but I'll sit there and have arguments with myself. It's like the good side of the brain and the other side of the brain just do it. The other's like, don't do it. But I'm just going to do it. But I even got to the point of where it says when you're setting up in StreamYard to go to like publish your live, I sat here with my finger on the mouse, still undecided. But I'm never going to please absolutely everybody. But what I heard yesterday and seen yesterday, watching John Hinged, made me feel physically ill. And I think when you have a look at this, for those who haven't seen it, hey sinners, radio gods, it really makes you sit back. And I mean literally sit back. You know, we've all had our little verbal rants about TM and MGL and everything that's going on. And what has been going on is bad enough. But when you see what's gone on with a woman who is dying, and she was fair game to come at Ethan on her deathbed, and the things that was said about this lady and to this lady, if it was in person, they would both be still in jail now and would be for a very long time. So how is that okay when it's virtual? Oh, I can't keep away. So guys, I know some of you are going to say just leave it alone, and I get it, because part of me wants to just leave it alone. And after this, I don't think there's anything any worse that can be watched or witnessed than this, and then I'm going to leave it alone. But when we talk about predators being evil, you don't have to physically go and stab somebody to go into that classification of evil. And people really, really need to open their eyes and stop praising this sort of ridiculousness. What, Miss Justice? I'm going to show you in a second. It is Marlena, isn't it? So you've seen it? It's a lot. It really is shocking. And it's not clickbait. And I tried to make that thumbnail not about clickbait, but it's a question. I want to know, if a dying person is fair game, doesn't that say everything? And Radio Gods, I agree with you. And I've talked about that before. Words are worse than bruises. Because I can remember, like, as a child, I would rather get the egg flip around the butt a few times than be, sat there and yelled and screamed at for half an hour. Because at least it's over really, really quick. And you don't have the constant words in your brain that you can't let go of. I agree 100%. They're things that I still hear to this day. So it is. No, John H. is not dying. Hi, Supermoon. No, it's a story from when Tiffany Marie and MGL were in that community, and what they did to one of his very close personal, in-person, like real friends that he used to hang out with. So I'm about to show you, Miss Justice. It's just really, really horrible. But if you, I don't know. Yeah, the Russell's Roost. John Hinge told the story last night, my time, while I was trying to cook dinner. And I had to stop. I had to stop halfway through and just go for a walk. I was just that triggered, frustrated, like this. This is next level, guys. Junebug, he has an awesome. I didn't put in the description. I'll do that when I get off. But he has 2 channels. One's called John Crimes, and he does fabulous true crime documentaries and videos and everything. Then he has this, he calls it his shit channel, where he brings reality to these characters. He calls it his bitch channel, his shit channel. Yes, we definitely need trigger warnings for what I'm about to play. But before he gets into the story, he goes, at the beginning of it, I'm not going to play it, but I will put the link in the description for his video and in the chat. He dedicates this song, Oh My God, to Q Carlock, and you have to watch the way he talks just before he plays the song. But I can't play the song because I'll get struck. But oh my God, guys, you know, John QQ needs to step up. That's all I'm going to say. And Q was supposed to go on his live for this one I'm about to play you, but because he wanted to address these things prior, Q fell asleep. So when he's like ready for her to come up, she's not responding because she's crashed out. And she even put it in his comments of the video that she fell asleep when he was trying to get her to come up, because it was all prearranged and everything. And everyone was sitting there like, come on, Q, come on, Q. But she didn't come up. But I have to be there when Q goes up. Yeah, Daisy, she did. It's really, really cute. Panda Berry, hello. Hi, Gamer Guy. How are you? So he's going to address, when I start this, I'll just get the link up here. The shirt that AB is trying to flog off in his merch store. Like you can see here where Q said, oh, is it shared? Yeah. She wanted to apologise because she fell asleep. But I was really bummed that she didn't come up. Oh, damn, I've lost. Where did you guys go? I lost you. Wasn't it special, Deb? Yeah. I had goosebumps and I was like, oh, I can just see them as a couple. Very, very cute. You don't want to oink like a pig either. I don't get that, but what song is it? I can't remember. Watch it after later. Go back and watch the beginning of it. I'm not going to play his whole thing. I have got permission of him, and it's even in the comments over here. You can see where I said, John, is it okay? And he's like, of course, where he answers me. So he wants people to know about this stuff. He feels it's important, and I agree with him. But I get that people that just want to hear about summer today, that's not going to happen for a little bit. I'm just giving you a heads up. Yeah, it's really horrible, isn't it, fairy dust? Yeah, we'll see how we go with trolls. I totally predict we will. So we've got Miss Justice and Josie's here. I still haven't sorted out mod yet, guys. I will promise I'll get that sorted this afternoon. And so I went on yesterday afternoon, which would have been really, really late your time, on the So Awesome channel. And it turned out hilarious because here I am trying to do the sewing side of things and a little show and tell of quilts and stuff. And everyone that was in there was from this channel. And it just turned into an extended version of this. and it was hilarious. We had really good fun. So I'm having to think about changing the name of it. So, because I said, guys, we've got to stop talking about this because people are going to come here thinking it's going to be all about quilting. And we had obsidian in there, deciphering our star signs and everything for us. It was just awesome to talk about absolutely anything. So we might just have to make another channel where we can just talk shit and hang out and have fun and then do tutorials for quilting on that one. Hi Lisa B, I've seen you around too. Okay, I'll mute out while we play this and try and find exactly where, but he does speak about this Teespring shirt as well. Whack-a-mole. Oh, it's a game, TLB, where you whack-a-mole and they pop their little heads up, like cats do in a box sort of thing. You have a whacking stick and you can whack them back down. I think that's what it is. Anyway, we'll do this.
Now, let me talk to y'all while this on the screen right here. Let me talk to y'all right here. All right. We're gonna get serious right quick. I know I've been having fun. We're gonna get serious right quick right now. There are people who absolutely adore Tiffany Marie and they worship her so much that they've changed and put Tiffany inside of their YouTube fucking channel pages, and by some miracle, by doing this feat, they don't feel like that they are the same kind of mindless followers that drank the Kool-Aid when everybody died in Africa. All right, cool. I don't care about you guys because I don't like wasting my time. It's a waste of my time to talk to people that lost, but I understand how politics works. I understand that there are good women who knew nothing about YouTube, and understanding these good women who knew nothing about YouTube, you really came on for Summer Wells, and in that you found the person, and you believe that this person to be a good person, but you hear all kind of crazy stuff about them. Now, if you are these people that I'm talking about, you're on the fence. You wasn't trying to worship nobody. You just honestly believe that Tiffany was a good person. You now know for 110% fact that a group of people, for the girl you came on here first before you knew who Tiffany was, you only cared about Summer Wells. You wanted this girl to be found. You want anything that can help her. You now know that there are a group of people who didn't do a single fucking thing wrong, who was able to count the actual cent on the end of the dollar of 32,000 to show where every single penny went to. You understand now that everything you was led to believe by the person you thought was good named Tiffany, you now understand that you were fucking duped. And now you got to go back and look at everything that they told you. You got to go back and look at every tactic they did to play in your brain. And then you got to look at something on my channel like this right here. We now know for a fact that Q Carlock has accounted for every single cent of the 32,000. And this is a good deed. We now know that Q Carlock and all of the people who helped, it wasn't just her. I only say her name because it stings. We now know that all of the people involved in this, every single one of them, were just people like you. They just regular people who met on YouTube and decided to do something good. And from this, merch is being made to destroy their reputation and name. I want you to think about this. We got to go back. Let's stop right here. Let's go back. Their enemies loved them. Their enemies hated them because they did a fundraiser. That's it. We got to stop right there. We can't add nothing to it. We can't say their enemies love them because they did a scheme where they're taking money. No. Every cent's accounted for. Their enemies, who's supposed to love Summer Wells, only made this merch saying, beware of Q Carlock's pyramid scheme. They want you to not You came on here for a little girl named Summer Wells. Some of y'all took y'all money back that was going to help Summer Wells and left the fundraiser. And now they want you to spend $41.99 to destroy someone's name who only raised $32,000. You have to look at the people you have been around. You have to look at them. When all of this money went to the accounts that it was supposed to go to, and that organization was like, holy fucking shit, this is 32 smackaroos. We must reach out and contact the people who did this, for this is the greatest deed for Summer Wells ever. And they have contacted them. You have to ask yourself, I know we were told that these people were evil. I know we believe someone named Tiffany was real, but when I look at the actual evidence on Tiffany Marie, I must look at everything they said and I must compare it to the evidence that's shown. Tiffany Marie told us there was some evil black guy on YouTube that's stalking her. But every time I go to his page, he shows where she was fucking not only with him, she was fucking with all of them. The guy she told us was this monster. He told us that Tiffany Marie records phone conversations. We see she has recorded a man who was able to raise billboards, as expensive as they are, for Summer Wells. He told us she was going to come at everybody in that fucking community because she's addicted to drama. She came at someone today who never said anything bad about her. I'm going to play the evidence. New shit. She has come at everyone who has been solely focused on Summer Wells and has done nothing at all to her. She told us that this black evil guy was a stalker because he won't stop calling her out. But we have a recording today where Tiff Kashi has actually said out of her mouth, she will never, ever, ever, ever stop coming at 423 Chase. We now know the evidence that 423 Chase hasn't done anything at all wrong with Tiffany. We now know the evidence that she recorded him way back in the summertime, maybe months before that, recorded him on a normal conversation, same as John told us about. And he done nothing to her, and she said she will never, ever, ever, ever stop messing with him. What if someone who had actual evidence, what if someone who has always been of good standing character, that even when he exposed her on all of her stuff, he
I'm just going to stop it because I don't know if YouTube will actually strike me because I'm not stopping and chatting. But even though I don't know whether, because it's okay with John that I play it, whether I have to, yeah, I do need. When Tiffany Marie can prove she's an adult lady love and she's going to be a decent person to her peers, and she stops talking and belittling and degrading people with a self-entitled opinion of herself, then maybe everyone else can stop as well. And I respect your comment, but it goes both ways. I have permission, so do I have to keep stopping and chatting? Do you know, Ghostbird? John said anything. Yeah, he did, Brandy. I just don't know whether I still have to do this part or not, or whether we can just watch it without getting in trouble. We need to talk more about. Yeah, like that's going to be a divided opinion. I'm not going to go off at Lady Love because she says, you know, I get it. Like if you were here 5 minutes ago, you would have heard me say I had a schizophrenic argument in my own brain, because the normal side of me is like, just why? Just stop, and I get that. I totally do. But this is, I should have done a poll to see who's already watched this and who hasn't. But if there's 5 people in here that are sitting on the fence, this might clarify things. So that's why I feel it is important. So I've chatted for a second. I'm going to.
He never doxed her. He never put a real name out. He never put the city she lived. He never put a son out. He never put a police officer out. He played by the rules you think a prudent, logical person would go by. The only thing that this guy has done that she told us was evil was show us who she really was. He has done nothing else. What if he never existed? What if he was never around? His expertise, and he knows how evil drama people are. This unsuspecting, this community that this girl has ran into. This girl who was born and bred in drama on YouTube. What if he was never around for this unexpected community who has no idea how to deal with some evil person in drama? What if he was never here? You did not come here. I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look in your face. I'm not talking to people who love her nuts. I'm talking to logical people who was only hating Q Carlock. You only hated John Q. You only hated everybody involved because you believed in the bottom of your heart they were evil because you was told that. You're not a bad person unless you're willfully ignorant to the facts that are presented to your fucking face. I know. I got him though. I got him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna tag you in. Straight up, I'm gonna tag you in. Let me get my stuff off. Minnie. I didn't forget that. I was gonna say that. I was waiting. I was gonna say that. You didn't give me time to say it. The Jack Russell is coming out. The dog said facts, yeah. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, and I show you a $42 merch. Do you know what you can do with $42? Do you know what you can do with $42? Do you know what will happen? Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come on. I'm gonna be serious right now. I want y'all to really follow me. Do you know what would have happened if they was to raise this stuff while people giving them $1, $5? Do you know what would happen instead of y'all paying $42 to slander someone's name that has literally done nothing wrong except for the cause you came on YouTube for, which was to help Summer Wells? Do you know what you can do if all of y'all would have just gave that money to them? As you see that every single cent, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't know if I could account it for every single cent down to 1 cent. I don't know if I could have done that. I've never been in that position before. I thought when they count all the money up, they're gonna be short $1, $3, maybe overpaid $2. I was always worried about my register at the end of the night when I worked at Burger King. And shit gonna be on the dot. It was on the dot. But still was worried. They was able to account that money to a T. We're gonna show that here tonight. Can you look in the mirror and honestly say you were right about them and you were right to go on this tirade? You were right to become someone's slave. You was right to name yourself after a fucking YouTuber. I want you guys to look at the history, and I want y'all to realize that the only thing Tiffany has done in your community is cause trouble. I'm going to show you some shit in the past tonight on this live. But before I even get to that, it's only to further instill and build the lack of character that she has. But you don't even need it. You didn't need me telling you that she records everyone's conversation. You didn't need it. If I never existed, she was going to play 423 Chase's conversation that she recorded with him in private. I'm not done. I just want to take a little tiny segue and say, when I'm done with this, ADEP, I am going back to the It's Been Real Black community to make sure you align yourself with white racist skanks. I'm going to show everyone the white racist skanks you aligned yourself with. When I go against someone, they are never the same. I went against you. I did a man-to-man on you. I destroyed you so much, you ran to racist white women. That's a stain in your jacket. Troll alert, FBI Jack. You know what I'm saying? They said I call myself a cop. FBI. You know what I'm saying? FBI. FBI. Sweater is sold in the airports in Washington, D.C. I had a layover in Washington, D.C. One time I came to visit my kids. I know Quantico's there, so I bought this sweater. But forget everything I said. I say I lie. I'm a troll alert. Troll alert. Cancel all races. You want to feel better about yourself? I want to see the number 14 next to Tiffany's name. I don't think it bothers you when you see hundreds, when you get used to seeing 100 gone, 100 gone, 100 gone. I need that big number to change. I want that motherfucker to go to 14,000. I want negative people who could ever think that it can come to true crime to know that we don't stand for this fuckery. We don't stand for this bullshit. I want to see the number 14 next to her name. I don't want to see 15K. I want to see 14 next to her name. And I want her to know 14 is next to her name because she came out here and did this foul shit to y'all community. Oh, yeah. Happy 2021. You got to have it dark. When it's dark, it's always lit. I want to see 14 next to her name. Before I bring Q Carlock on, I want to go over every fucking little thing. I'm going to do it really fast. I'm going to do this here, or what they said about me, and I'm going to do what I said about them. And I'm going to show you the difference. They call me Weinstein. They call me Weinstein because I'm a man. They don't call me Weinstein because anything happened inappropriate with any woman. They've never listed anything. They just throwing shit against the wall, hoping you guys are naive enough to never research. Unfound claim. 5-4, unfound claim. Help me out in the chat. It's so many lies. And I want you to look at what I do. I'm supposed to be the scary one, and I want you to look at what they do. She said that her husband illegally obtained my social. I wish it was true. I never know shit like that. I don't need that social. I just tell you the truth of what they do. They said that they illegally hacked my email. That's not fucking true. I'm going to prove that. I guess they're trying to gear up to make some fake screenshots because my reputation is so awesome. They can't show you shit. But when they do it, I'm already prepared and ready to show you and laugh at them how that's a fake screenshot. They haven't said one thing about myself that you can come to them and say, wow, that is horrific. If you can just show me the proof that he's like this, I will never fucking fuck with John Grimes ever again. They haven't shown you one single thing. They're just throwing lies against the wall to see what'll stick. Not one single thing. Now let's look at everything I've said about them. I said Tekashi, you guys should worry about fuck that Tekashi shit. We saying real YouTube names on this motherfucker. I said that you guys in the Summer Wells community need to worry about Tiffany Marie because when she was in the drama community, she was known for showing screenshots of every private conversation. She was known for recording every motherfucker in it. That's my claim. If you want me to prove it tonight, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna show y'all she did the shit. But you saw she did it in your community. I said that she's not going to be able to stick to true crime because she needs someone to fight with. She has fought with every motherfucker in the Summer Wells that did better than her. The only time Tiffany was not fighting with people was when her subs she was getting like 500 subs a day. She was blowing through the roof. When it started to slow down and she saw that other people can take the spotlight, she started fighting with every single motherfucker. I didn't know who Q Carlotte was. I didn't know who John Q was. I didn't know none of these people she fight with. Every person that started doing something positive. A guy putting up signs, oh, let me record his ass and play it 3 months later. Oh, they're raising $32,000. Let me tell everyone how they're scam artists and make merch with my friend AB. Everything that I tell you guys, she has proven me right on. Everything. I once told you guys to show you the kind of personality that doesn't stop to build a negative character. I once told you all that Tiffany Marie never lets anything go. To back my shit up, when she left and got arrested for Dunkin' Donuts, she got out of the jail. She went to the other Dunkin' Donuts across the street and had them stir her shit. Would you like to hear proof of that? When undeniable proof she did that. That's the Bill character. Tiffany Marie has come out now and said nothing on earth will make her stop coming at Chase 423. Nothing. Same motive, same MO. What have I said about them that's not true? What have I embellished? What is the lie that I have told? What is in your brain that's keeping you from seeing the fucking person that got over on you? You look at movies and you think that these people are monsters because you're looking at it from the viewpoint of the audience. The audience sees what the writer wants you to see, but the people in the movie don't see what you see. Don't look at it from the person in the audience. You're not in the audience. You are in the fucking movie. You are being had by the scam artist. You are the person that only sees the nice voice when they come around. I am the audience watching you all and saying, look, she's fucking lying to you. She don't act like that in real life. She don't even talk like that in real life. I'm the audience member. You are in the fucking movie being had by her. I know it's hard. Molly Golightly 2 nights ago went on and said that Tiffany Marie has recorded conversations of John Crimes too. I was so happy. I literally just told the community she records people conversation, and you just told them they record conversation. One problem. I don't say shit in private. I don't say in nobody's face. Why you think you ain't heard nothing about me in private? They know, it's not bad. We got to find another way to come at John. This motherfucker is really legit. He's really legit. Can we just make up some shit about him? Let's just say he got mild AIDS. Let's just say he got mild AIDS. What is mild AIDS? I don't know, but we're white women and he's black. Maybe we can get some people to believe us off that alone. Q Carlotte, I gotta say something negative about you before I bring you on. I'm still gonna dance with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do dance. I gotta say something negative. One thing you said. You said you try to have a civil conversation with them, and you said, John, don't worry about me having a civil conversation with them because I know how they are. So I know I'm not going to give them any ammunition. You felt that if you don't give them any ammunition in a private conversation, they can't use that against you. I don't know what you said to them, Q Carlotte, but if you show me what you said, let me read it. I will show you how they'll spin it around negative. Q Carlotte, you're talking about women who said a man has mild AIDS because when he was 24 years old, instead of rapping about fucking bitches with big booties and gold chains, at 24 years old, he wanted to make a song for teenagers to teach them to not try to rush and do what adults do. And if you run out here and have sex, you could catch AIDS. So he wrote a verse, first person, of a teenage daughter, girl, not even a man, a girl calling her mom on the phone and say she has AIDS. A powerful verse that any teacher would want all of their teenage students to hear this verse because it's so real. They took something that positive and turned it to say that I have a mild case of AIDS. Q Carlock, I love you, but if they can do that off me doing something great and innocent, anything you can try to say to them in private, they will flip that motherfucker around to a negative. I got one more thing I want to do, and I want to do this for my friend Kim. Y'all ain't heard me talk about Kim, but y'all done heard them talk about Kim because I need y'all to see the kind of monsters they are. And after I do this, I'll bring Q Carlock on, and we're going to play the video showing that every single penny was accounted for. But I need the Summer Wells community to hear how fucking sick and nasty Tiffany and Molly Golightly is. Now, Tiffany,
Gracie, Joe, and BEs, I'm quite happy to block you. But before I do, do me a favor and watch the next 10, 15 minutes of this video. And then you sit there in chat and tell me you respect this little girl, as in Tiffany Marie, and you think she has the best, most caring character that you brag about, and what an angel and what a sweet little thing she is. Just do me that courtesy. Because if you still think that way after this, I think you really need to have a good hard look at your own character. I could be like a lot of creators and say, get the fuck out of here and just boot your ass right now. But I would rather people be open enough to listen to somebody who has been through a moment with this woman, Pollyanna. But I will say, Gracie Joe, that you are correct. She didn't release the phone call 3 months ago. It was the night that phone call did take place, the night the billboard was lit up. So yeah, he's got something wrong. But does that mean everything else? Like, you're going to sit there and try and pick and wait and like catch something that's not correct. So just do me a favor. You can stay in here. I want you to stay in here and watch this and then give me your thoughts. And I'm so interested to see your justification. Okay? We'll move on.
he said that she has a recording of John talking about his dying friend in a negative way. Let me take my glasses off of this because y'all not going to believe how fucked up these people are. But you about to see a lot of people in the comments coming out saying everything John's saying, like I've been telling y'all before, is 1,000,000% true. And I'm sorry if I get a little emotional on this part, but I love my friend and she's dead. I had a friend who was a YouTuber by the name of Kim. She was the sweetest person ever, had the biggest heart. She'd do anything in the world for you, not only her, but her husband. Sweet. Kim was one of those people that if she knew that you was a terrible person, extremely sick and bad, She would still be cool with you because she is scared to fucking death of what you do to her. She would stick around you out of fear. There was no person, I put this on my youngest daughter grave, who you see on my community post. There was not a single person that existed in this entire world that Kim was not afraid of more than Tiffany. At this time, Tiffany was talking to my friend Liana, makeup mops all the time. So I would talk to Tiffany. And I got so fucking frustrated with my friend Kim because every single time Kim talked to me, you can hear her fucking hand trembling through the phone as she say, "John, do not trust Tiffany. I'm telling you now." I'm like, every day, 7 days a week, don't trust Tiffany. Don't trust Tiffany. She is harmful. She's awesome. She's fucking awful. She awful. She was scared to fucking death of Tiffany. This woman was dying with 1 year left to live. I didn't know she was dying. She know my heart. She know how big. She know how break down. I was the last person that she told she was dying. Other people knew she was dying. She told me that she was losing her eyesight. So in January of 2020, Kim finally broke and told me that she's dying, like she'll be dead. There's a live on this channel that night when Kim told me that, because she said, "You can go live, you can tell everybody." And I went live and I cried. I cried. I just burst out in tears. I broke down, man. I could not believe my friend was dying. Let me make sure I'm straight. From that point on, from my live, everybody on Molly Golightly decided to include Molly Golightly. She may still have the videos up. She's very narcissistic. She feels like she can't lose. So just go look back from January of 2020 if she still got them up. Just look at all the lives. Molly went live destroying Kim on her deathbed. They harassed my friend Kim so fucking horribly bad. So fucking horribly bad. Tiffany did not do this. Tiffany was not public with her shit. I'm going to tell you what Tiffany did. Molly publicly destroyed her. Tiffany's friend right now. Tiffany was behind the scenes researching everything in Kim's life. Kim made one big error. One big error. But when I tell you why she made error, you're going to fucking cry. Kim decides to come out and tell me she's 100% blind. 100%. She can't see shit at all. Nothing. And I knew she was fucking lying to me. Now, I want you to put yourself in my shoes. All I do is deal with crazy motherfuckers online. Every time I think somebody cool, something crazy about them. I done dealt with a motherfucking stalker who I only talked to for 1 week. I done got a goddamn girl named Bella saying I got a mild case of AIDS. Kim knew all this stuff. All these crazy people in my mind. And I see a close friend who told me she's dying, telling me she's 100% blind. And I know for a fucking fact she's a fucking lie. Kim is lying to me. I'm hurt. I'm crushed. I don't know what the fucking going on. I don't know what to believe. Why is she lying to me? Hold on. When you hear why Kim lied to me, you're going to fucking cry. You're going to cry. I don't trust Kim because I know for a fact you're not fucking blind. I don't trust her. She's my friend. She's my real life friend. So she know everything about me. She know my whole life. She know my people I'm close to. So if somebody know my whole life and you lying to me, I'm removing myself from the situation. I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna act like we cool. I'm gonna smile in your face, but I don't trust you, my nigga. I don't trust you. It's enough crazy motherfuckers on this internet. So I don't trust Kim. This is what Tiffany is saying, that she got me saying something bad about Kim. They don't understand a stand-up person. I'm a stand-up person. My shit all matches. I have a right not to trust Kim. She's pretending she's blind when she picking up the phone when I fucking call, and she texting me back. She is lying to me. Don't worry. None of this is bad on Kim's part because I'm a good friend. It was only going to be going on for so long that I say, I need to confront Kim. If she's your friend, you can't keep doing what you're doing. You have to confront her. I confronted Kim. about her lies, and she broke down crying. And this is what Kim told me why she lied. Imagine you're dying. This isn't a lie. This is true. Kim is fucking dead. She's dead from the disease. She said that will kill her in a year. It killed her in a year. Imagine if you're dying and an entire community is attacking you, saying that you aren't really sick, and they're saying the most graphic things about you. And imagine if Tiffany Marie is behind the scenes. She's finding stuff about your sexual life and posting your nude pictures online to a lady who is fucking dying. Tiffany Marie. Imagine if Tiffany Marie has looked up all of your fucking records, looked up your husband records, that's a doctor, looked up everything in Kim's life and put her on blast on her dying fucking bed. She said, Don, what would you do if no one believes that you're dying and you're dying? And you just want people to leave you alone, and they won't leave me alone, John. They won't leave me alone. And she broke down screaming, crying on the phone with me. And I cried right with her. And I understood why she said that she was blind. Imagine if you are dying and you're searching your hardest to try to find a disease that you think people will have more pity on you for dying, because the only way you can prove you're dying is to die. So you make up a lie saying that you're completely blind. Imagine if you're being tormented that fucking bad. It gets worse. It gets worse. She had one trip to take. She went to Vegas with my other friends. Molly Golightly went on a trip with her. Molly Golightly. Funny, I got this hoodie on. These are all facts. Bunch of people in the audience right here, because I don't know why they try to lie when thousands of people saw it. Molly Golightly goes on this trip to Vegas. Molly Golightly is hiding under a desk. The same skank you guys saw in New Orleans, snot running down her nose, laying in urine on New Orleans streets, is now hiding under a desk because the FBI is looking at her. Why is the FBI looking for Molly? Because this skank will do anything to get a view on YouTube. She went to Europe, whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. She went over there right after the guy in Las Vegas sniped and killed all those people from that hotel window. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right at the time this guy killed all those people, Molly is coked out of her mind or high, whatever the fuck. She looked weird. She on the streets in England saying some horrific fucking rumor, to the point that when she left there and went to the Las Vegas, the FBI was looking for her. So with Molly knowing the FBI is looking for her, she's shaking on her desk. Kim, who is dying, gives Molly one of her pills to calm down. Molly proceeds, allegedly, from everybody involved, to steal all of a dying lady's pills. Not only did she steal all Kim's pills, she came back. She made sure that she spread the rumor that Kim was in some sexual activity, the dying woman who will be dead in 6 months. She made sure to spread that rumor. It still gets worse. I'm not done. It gets worse than everything I told y'all when I tell you you're dealing with dangerous people. It gets worse. Kim dies. She is fucking dead January of this year. Kim don't delete shit. That's the one thing me and Kim got in common. When Kim dies, her husband gets her phone. Her entire family gets her phone. Her entire family sees all the fucking fucked up shit they did to her on her last year alive. You know what they did? You know what Molly them did? They went to her online obituary where you can write good, thoughtful things, and they trolled her fucking family. They wrote the absolute most horrific thing on there. Her family, her husband, who I'm cool with to this day, her daughter-in-law, All of them, if you go back to this channel and look at the videos I made on this channel right here, still live, you'll see Kim's husband who read everything. He read every message. He read when I confronted her. He read when she told me what I'm telling y'all now. He read everything. It's my dude. You know who he hates more than anybody on this fucking planet? You know who his daughter came on here talking shit about? Tiffany Marie. Molly Golightly. Now take every fucking thing I just told you, knowing how much they tormented this woman in death and after her death. Now imagine you're Kim in your grave, and Kim fucking loved this shit out of me. Loved the shit out of me. I'm glad the last conversation we had, right a couple weeks before she died, we just laughed until we couldn't laugh anymore. Laugh. She been so sick. And I said on that conversation, damn, you sound healthy. First time she sounded healthy, and we laughed. I was raining hard as fuck. She had her husband on he was in the background on speakerphone, and I'm talking to both of them, and I'm pulled over on the side of the road in California, and it's raining hard as a motherfucker, and I'm talking to her. That's the last time I ever spoke to her again. Every time. Imagine you're Kim in your grave, and the guy you care about, John, the women who scared you, the women who tormented you in life and death, are trying to pretend like they're her friends because they know she's not here to speak for herself. Imagine you're Kim. Imagine that. This is who y'all have been dealing with in the Summer Wells community. And I understand it. I get it. Who the fuck thinks people can be this evil? Even when you hear dirty shit, it is a normal human response to think, that's fucked up what they did, but there might be another reason for it. It takes a lot for you to realize the depths of the evil you've been around. I was duped. If I was never duped, she would never know anything about my daughter to come out here and publicly say, as I told y'all, she says the dirtiest shit about people. I want to talk about Wendy V. This is going to be extremely short. Just show y'all that you're around good people over here. This goes back to Q Carlock. This goes back to John Q. This goes back to the fundraiser. Even if you don't like them, you can't go out and slander their name. Wendy V is a clip channel who hates Molly Golightly. She does not like Molly at all. Wendy V went out of her way to point out the woman that she doesn't like, Molly Golightly, did in fact raise a lot of fucking money for a good cause. Molly Golightly is a lying skank. She is dumb, the trash of the earth. But I have never in my life, and you can't find one clip of me saying, well, Molly did bad when she raised that money, because we are fair people. I don't go out to destroy your name with lies. I only stick to the facts. I only stick to the truth. I don't need to throw everything at the wall and see what'll stick. I only say the specific things that makes you a piece of shit. So I've never once put down Molly for the money she raised. Even though I know you only think bad thing about Q-Lock and all of them who had something involved. If you want to lie to yourself and pretend that you hated them for other reasons, can you still give them the fact that they raised over $32,000 and every single penny was accounted for? It's the last thing I say in my long diatribe before I bring her on. Q Carlock, send me a private message that's going to pop on my phone or appear in the chat if you would like to come on now, and I'll give you the link to come on. No one should buy this sweater. No one should want to put this on their skin. No one should want to slander Q Carlock's name simply because she was successful at doing a fundraiser. No one. While I wait for Q Carlock, I will play something. What channel was this on? About Tiffany's past. Remember Tiffany denied? I said that I came to you and I said that Tiffany took her photos and put her photos and stitched them motherfuckers together with her ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend. You had a relationship. I'm divorced. I would never drop my pride to stitch my fucking photo next to my ex-wife and her new boyfriend. That is sick. I keep telling y'all my claim, she can't let shit go. She told y'all she will never ever let go of her shit with Chase 423. He never did nothing to her. She never ever let go. She in her past. All right, brace yourself. To all the good people watching, brace yourself. I'm going to read what Tiffany says. Tiffany says, I fucking mean it. Kim can seriously get bent. She is dead to me. So if she drops dead next week, I already put her in the ground last week. I don't give a fuck. It's her feeding info to Molly Golightly. Hold on, let's pause right here. Didn't I tell you guys Tiffany Marie hated Molly Golightly? Now I'm going to show y'all a video where I told y'all Tiffany Marie hated Laura. Laura Keck, who made the candle who Tiffany been taking up for, they went to war edit so fucking badly that Laura wanted to be the first person to out Tiffany for the fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I told y'all this. I never lie. I don't know why y'all so mad at me. All I do is tell the truth on these skanks. She said about my deceased friend Kim, I fucking mean it. Kim can seriously get bent. She is dead to me. So if she drops dead next week, I already put her in the ground last week. I don't give a fuck. It's her feeding info to MGL, which Tiffany did, which Kim did not do. She's pathetic, desperate, and in love with Marissa. She thinks that my friend Kim likes Marissa when my friend Kim was afraid of fucking Marissa. She was such afraid of these. She's not built like them. She is an extremely nice person. I'm the one built to handle these skanks. I'm built for war. Kim was not built for this. Kim's way of getting out of drama was to pretend that she's nice to people so they'll leave her the fuck alone and she can die in peace. Look, remember I told y'all they went to fucking Vegas, right? Look at what Tiffany's saying. She's pathetic, desperate, and in love with Marissa. And isn't Jomana. They can all go back to Vegas and have a cunt sesh. I'm convinced Kim and MGL put Kiki up to doing that shit to Kim with the tortillas and came running for me for help. She can fuck all the way off. Let me tell you what I wish. I wish that I had the ability to show y'all who the real Tiffany was without going to these depths right now. It should have never went to these depths. It should not have went to these depths. Let me find the video. So that's proof Tiffany Marie hated Molly Golightly. That's proof how vicious she could be to someone on their fucking deathbed. And you motherfuckers think that you weren't due, and all of a sudden she has a fucking change of heart where she loves a missing child she never met? Look at her real actions I've shown you. From SWAT surrounding her over 5 fucking packets of sugar and shaking in her coffee. I'm not talking to you if you in love with Tiffany Marie and you just want to be a fucking follower. I'm talking to the motherfuckers in the middle who really only went against Q Carlock and all of them because you felt like they were wrong. I'm appealing to your intellect. I'm appealing to your intelligence because I know you're not this dumb. She said if my fucking friend dies, she already put her in the ground first. Do you know what she means? It means because she went and found new photos of a dying fucking woman who couldn't even walk. Kim couldn't even walk at her end days. She was in a wheelchair. This is confirmed. She couldn't even fucking walk. Now let me show you. Remember, it's a trio. They act like they're best friends. It's Tiffany, Marissa. I told y'all, fucking Tiffany stalked Marissa. She only fake became friends with Marissa because Marissa was the sworn enemy of Makeup Monster. Tiffany hated Makeup Monster because Makeup Monster would not jump into a beef. She wanted to be neutral and say, y'all fight it out. You fight it out with Laura. The candle lady, the scandal candle was Tiffany and Laura. Makeup Monster, y'all fight. Now watch this clip I show y'all. Watch this fucking clip I show y'all. This is Tiffany's own words. You fucking trash bag. Y'all forgive me. I got like a trillion goddamn. What is the clip channel?
It makes me physically sick that they would still go for this woman who is dying. But we've still got people justifying. Did you see what they did though? Did anybody take notice of the chat like I was? And the little sheep of Tiffany Marie's, all they could say was marathon, marathon, marathon. That's all they kept saying. Did you guys notice that? Like that's all they've got. And that's fine. Go your hardest. But if you think her little sweet demeanor character on her channel is who she really is, you're just as fucked up in my opinion. But where did the money really go? I said this 3 days ago. Once all that money's in the bank, it may as well not be in the bank because they're still going to keep going and going and going that there was fraud take place. And watching a grown-ass middle-aged man nearly in tears over what they've done to his friend is irrelevant. That's so, so sad that you idolize somebody that can do that and excuse it like it's not research. Have a good hard look at yourselves. Like seriously. Deanie Mac, Pollyanna, have a good hard look. So you can screenshot this and run over to Tiffany and look what I said, Tiffany. I said this in Sharon's bloody live. I was so sticking up for you. Look how good I am. If that makes you feel good, I never want to see you in a chat ever again. And hopefully I won't, because obviously you're going to be where you think the sweet and innocent are. I will never pretend to be somebody I'm not, ever. But the words that come out of that woman's mouth, talking about a dying woman, trolling a dead woman's family in the obituary comments, and she's sweet and innocent. You just, it says everything about you as well, because now to me, in my opinion, you are equally on the same level as her. And as I said, if she had the guts to do that in person, which I know she wouldn't, because she's the high school little girl that does high school bullying, she would still be in jail for a very, very, very long time. And why her family hasn't sought that option, I don't know. But I can sure as hell tell you, if I found out someone behaved like that towards a deceased family member of mine, their ass would be in prison for years to come. But yeah, if you want to excuse her, if you think that's okay, good for you. But if all you can throw, see, what you were doing was you were just trying to deflect exactly the same way she does, not own anything. So you couldn't comment on what you were hearing or not actively listening to. You just wanted to keep throwing up the scam marathon. That's all you've got. That's sad. You're not human either. If you don't feel a certain kind of way about treating dying people, you shouldn't have to sit here and fucking explain this stuff. But that's it, isn't it? You know, they're not actively listening to what John's saying, what he has experienced in the past with an in-flesh friend of his. I just don't know, guys. Hi, Trixie. As I've said over the last week, if you listen to Tiffany whenever she's speaking, you can hear the fakeness. Like, you absolutely can hear the fakeness. But that money's going to be in the bank. But they're not going to stop, guys. They're just going to keep going. AB's going to make some more fucking underpants or something with somebody's name or face or whatever on them, and sit back laughing about how funny it is to come at people, but no one else is allowed to do it. That's why I sat there fighting with myself this morning whether to say anything or not, because it makes me as bad, and I know it does. I'll own that, but I'm going to say it, because it has to be said, and people have to see for themselves what her true self is, not this fake ass little shit on her channel making out like she's little Miss Sweet and innocent and so naive, and she just doesn't understand how this could be. It's all an act. No, I just can't. I know it makes me as bad for coming on and saying what I'm saying and showing what I'm showing, as in it's hypocritical. I totally get that, because this is not who I usually am. And for those of you who have been hanging out for long enough, no, it's not who I normally am. And I hate it. But I also hate what she has done to this lady so much more. Condescending, that's it, Zoots and Boots. That's the freaking word I was trying to think of. She really thinks people have to answer to her. To me. To me. Like, you can hear these little ways she speaks. Don't you talk to me. I don't know who she fucking thinks she is, but enough. How can you lay the boot into someone who is about to pass away and then put up a community post about, somebody missing? Do you not see the hypocrisy in that and the fakeness in that? She doesn't give two shits. She really, really doesn't. To me, I know, Anais, on that roasting she gave Doug the other night, there was one part of it and I cannot get it out of my brain. And it's when she's telling Doug, and don't you play that fucking phone call one more time. Da-di-da-di-da, something or other. And then to me, and I'm like, listen to your dribble. And you know what else just is fucking hilarious, guys? Sorry for the cuss words, people. But I was a big fan of Tiffany 6 months ago. Oh, okay. Dodging bullets. I have a sneaking suspicion you're in here having a little listen. Dodging bullets says in the comments of the last video, I just don't get it. You and Libby used to be friends with Tiffany. Don't understand why you've all turned on her and AB. Right? Where is it? I'll get it up here. Where's my channel? Here we go. Can you guys see this? You guys were all friends with Tiffany Marie a few weeks back. Now we turned on her because she believes in justice. Oh my fucking God. What justice is that? What's with the chase worship? Who is the random guy from nowhere? Okay. Seems like you all want to take Tiffany and AB down. Really? There's nothing worse. Now get this bit. This is when I was like on the floor, just wetting myself laughing. There's nothing worse than a friend, Libby, turning on a friend and giving out inside information. You think? So Libby has recorded phone calls and released them on a public platform? It's laughable. You all worship QNSH and anyone who will turn their backs to Tiffany. I don't get what this JMO Chase Bradley lied. Yeah, I think she's trying to say Chase has lied. He told everyone that he verified where Summer was and that she was alive, and then he retracted. He's a damn fish out of water in a Charlton, which isn't spelt correctly. That is not how. Libby, can I get clarification? That is not how you spell Charlton, in my opinion. Oh, dear Lord. And I politely and lovingly said, I will agree to disagree. Tiffany Marie started this hate campaign pure, straight, and simple. I don't worship anybody, but if that's your opinion, that I do, that's fine too. I say what I see, and she proves me right every day. At this point, how many creators has she turned on? Just saying. Let's read more. So I formed a little list here. We've got Q, we've got John, we've got Scott H, we've got Liplocked, we've got Doug, we've got Penny, we've got Chase, we've got Trixie, we've got Libby, and that's just in the last 3 weeks. Feel free to come on panel to discuss further, I say. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Don't do it. Do you see the hypocrisy in that statement? That we have turned on Tiffany. Tiffany straight out started this whole freaking thing because Scott H didn't drop her a little link and got butthurt. And it has blew up day by day by day. So don't try to make out that everyone has ganged up on them when she is the one lighting the little spot fires with every single creator. Who has she got standing up for her? Let me ask you that. In this community right now, except these few subs that she sends to troll everybody and make their chats a nightmare. That says it all right there. Who is standing beside her and behind her? How many creators are there for her right now? Sit back and have a think about it. Scott H says, and I still won't drop her a link. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, thanks for that, Scott. I needed that. Nita, yeah. Like there's probably more that I hadn't even thought of for that little list. So that in the last 3 weeks, and I didn't even put myself on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 counting Nita. And I don't know what the story was that went down yesterday with Chip. I don't know whether she's got it in for Chip or not. So if Chip's included, that's 11. That's a bit of an eye-opener, isn't it? But every one of those 11 or 10, I won't include Chip because I don't know what happened, what's going on there. Yeah, I just think it's quite transparent. You know, you want transparency, Tiffany Marie. I'm giving it to you. Do you not think you need to have a look at yourself and the way you are treating people and your self-righteous attitude that people need to answer to you? Anyway, who wants to come up? We don't have to keep going on this subject, but I to me, in my heart, I felt like people needed to hear what she did to a dying woman because it is relevant. I have no idea, lip lock. I don't even care. Near two Dunkin' Donut shops, I think, because she left one to go to the other one when she got out of jail, just to get them to stir the coffee. How do people excuse Tiffany's donut situation? How did that get diminished? Oh, if they're on Tiffany's wavelengths, like mentality, and I'm not a psychologist, I think Tiffany can gloss it over with her laughing and joking and justifying in her storytelling about what a joke it was and that it was just so stupid. Like the craziest fucking shit ever. You know, maybe, I don't know. The way she laughs and jokes about stealing friggin' paper towel. Like she has that juvenile immaturity of thinking those sorts of things are funny. So she's a professional bullshit con artist that, and I openly admit I thought she was just beautiful and genuine and lovely. I own that. Until you could start to see the cracks even before the marathon started, with her getting very, very serious and opinionated over a few people's okay. So when Penny and Scott started to get more and more people in their lives and interaction with the community, the more people that were interacting with the newer channels, you could sit back and watch her become friendly with Penny and Scott. Oh, come up on my panel, because she knew that they were getting lots of people, which they were, and they still are. But it's her way of trying to just rake those people back over to herself. And she's been trying to do that, but it wasn't getting her anywhere. You know, they were still getting the views, even though she was trying to interact with them and hang out with them like you do in the schoolyard. It still wasn't getting the people. So let's stir shit with them and cause divides, and that'll take people away from them. And then we'll get AB in on the act. But there was never, ever any need. I want to hear from AB's mouth what any of it had to do with him and why he got involved. He needs to tell people that. because he didn't have anything to do with the marathon, as we all know. And he didn't say a word about what went down with Scott and the Link and Tiffany's tirades for a week after that marathon. And then he started throwing shade and being a smart ass. Yeah, exactly, Deb, sure. So to me, he can't justify why he got involved, because no one had an issue with him, because he had nothing to do with anything. So why insert yourself in there to fire Tiffany's bullets and air the call messed up? Do people not seriously do not remember and see this going down? Because that's the real view of exactly what happened. Nobody said a word about AB, did they? AB wasn't involved in anything. But for some reason, no doubt Tiffany's breasts made him think, oh shit, no, I've got to take a side here. Well, we all know everyone had to take a side in Tiffany's circle, because you were told you had to make a side. You handed me the scissors. Like, it just, oh my God. Oh my God. How is anything she's doing have anything to do with crime? It's true crime crap. Sharon, actually, it really does have a lot to do with true crime, because what she does is actually criminal in real life. I'll just say that. Absolutely criminal in real life, and can be virtually as well. So she needs to freaking sit her ass down and have a good think of the way she's treating people and the community. Whack a troll, right, radio gods? Oh, I'm not getting into the racist shit. And John Hinge goes on to, if you want to go over and watch the rest of that video, he goes on. I couldn't quite get the gist of actually the whole feet thing. It's something to do with, like, I watched it, but I don't know if the new girlfriend to her ex and her were sitting side by side on the beach, and she took photos of both sets. Here's a foot. So that's, you have to watch it to fully understand it. I can't give commentary on it because I can't 100% work out the whole foot thing with what photos were taken of the feet. It's just hilarious. But the mentality behind it. Oh, thank you, Karen Campbell. Why isn't she going live? I can't answer that, Karen. I think she has done a couple of lives. I don't know if she's been live since she had the meltdown about Doug putting his channel on members. Like, let's get it straight. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it, for our fabric fund. Can you imagine? So she did that 1 hour 40-minute tirade on Doug because he put it on members only. Can you imagine in real life the tantrums she would throw? And I mean literally throw. one non-stop tantrum. She is that girl, people. That self-entitled little brat that think everybody has to answer to her. Oh, you're backstage, Mr. Justice. Come on up. But yeah, I'm not going to play the rest of the John Hinge one, but go over and watch the rest, because how are you, lovely?
Hello, is
Ruby, do you want to come up?
is the camera off?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't want anyone to see me right now.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so I just wanted to change the subject for a minute.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you see the new video that Wells family YouTube channel put up today?
No?
I sent you the link by messenger.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it's not very long.
Okay.
So maybe you could play it and then I'll give my comments afterwards.
Okie dokie, we can do that.
There's
Don't
just
worry,
so
family.
much. There's just so much wrong with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it up. I'll just share the screen. I'm getting a little bit faster at this, I must say.
Yeah.
California pictures, okay. Okay, I'll play it now.
Okay. There's no sound.
Oh my God. Oh, wrong one. Wow. That's weird.
It's more than weird.
Yeah. I don't know what the point was, really.
To show that they're suffering, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's the 10th here today. So
Okay.
it ends tomorrow US time, doesn't it?
No, we're Tuesday right now, and it's on Thursday afternoon for us.
Okay, so it'll be Friday my time. But I don't know if someone can sneaky sit me up in their lounge room somehow.
I haven't heard of one that's streaming it because he will
No,
strike.
I don't think you can, because Dr. Phil will he'll strike you completely off YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait till, little clips come out, I guess.
Yeah, well, he might have it on his YouTube channel, and then it might be okay to play. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that's the crappy thing about living so far away. But a
Yeah.
lot of shows you see same time as America
Yeah.
nowadays. Like, I can remember back when I was a little kid, and I'm not even as a newlywed and having babies, we would be like 2 or 3 years behind in Days of Our Lives and stuff like that, like the daytime soaps. I'm not even joking. Like, at least 2 years behind.
Wow.
Whereas now, most of the time, we're sort of up to date with everything. But I know, especially with Dr. Phil, it can be months and months before we can see an episode that you guys see straight away.
Well, I heard someone, I can't remember who it was going to stream it in their Discord, and I guess that's allowed.
Oh, can you do that?
I don't
Can
know.
someone please invite me to it? I had this problem with the John Walsh one. I never got to see it either. I didn't know you could do that, Layla love. Discord live streaming. So I don't know that much about Discord.
Me either.
Like, I didn't know you could play actual or stream anything from in
Yeah.
there. Or
Oh,
maybe
I think it was who I just watched today. Crime, Lies,
and
something.
lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might be them.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I might see if I can join.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to miss it.
No.
It's going to be really, really interesting, isn't it, to see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to see what actually went down or not.
Well, you know what Crime Lines was saying is that, however many million viewers that Dr. Phil gets, all those people are going to see now, and they're going to be bombarding them with all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Not Crime Lines, but people
No.
who watch the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to laugh. You know how yesterday on our live we were saying, like, we watched that little clip, that tiny little clip of him on the news saying that he's not allowed on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even 12 hours later he was on Doug's.
Yeah.
I don't think it was even 8 hours later he was talking to Doug on the phone, and I thought, oh my God. And I think it was Lip Lock that said he won't last a day or something like that.
Yeah.
And you've just got to, but I really do think he relies on it now for his own mental health, maybe, like he has to be talking to somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it's kind of like a counseling session for him or something.
Yeah, because when you think about the amount of time he used to be on the phone to share, he
Yeah.
sort of had that every day, didn't he? Well, she would say she's on the phone to him all day and all night.
Yeah.
And then you got Prayer Garden on the phone to him as much as she said she was,
Yeah.
and all the rest of it. So maybe now, because he's not on the phone with them all the time, he still needs that fulfillment. I don't know. I'm just surmising.
Well, he could still be on the phone with them, just not on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Look, I knew today was going to be controversial, but
Yeah.
my heart felt like it had to do what I did, and I've done it, and I knew I was going to probably lose subs and stuff, but it's not about that for me. I'm still going to say what I like. But yeah, I was having a bit of a giggle about that with Don, but you know, the fact Doug played a little video yesterday afternoon about when Don said he had to sneak a conversation with Josie. Did
Oh,
you?
yes.
And I thought, oh dear Lord, this guy's going to be back in court again,
Yeah.
because not only is he discussing the boys, he is saying that he's done something that they've told him he's not allowed to do.
He's such an idiot.
You know, like,
He's digging his own grave,
absolutely.
and it's a
And
deep one.
that is a real, like, that's probably one of the most serious things. And whether they'll call him out on that, well, I have no doubt that CPS will probably get in contact with him about that.
Yeah.
Because if that's in the court orders that he is not to discuss summer with the kids, and he has come out and said, I had to sneak a conversation with him
Yeah.
through his own admission, his own words.
Mm-hmm.
Just before I come on live, I was watching the end of Doug's live from yesterday where him and Josh, my God, Josh, had prayer gardens up on panel.
Yeah.
God love him. Little Josh, he was getting so frustrated, wasn't he? Like, with
Yeah.
prayer gardens. I really felt for him.
And then he left
I
abruptly
know.
when I don't blame him.
Yeah. But yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah, so back to the family Wells family bullshit. I just thought, they're trying to make out that that trip wasn't fun. And,
Yeah.
it must have been a real drag to go there, stay in a nice hotel, be a tourist, and all that.
Yeah. I don't understand why they took photos of, like, the drivers and stuff. Wouldn't you think there would have been more photos on the beach? And
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
But the picture they had of the building where Jimmy Kimmel Live is, I wonder if they went to Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Yeah.
Like, that would have really sucked. And then the other thing that got me was they did a picture of a no smoking sign, violators fined. Well, they're smokers. So I don't know. I just found something odd about that.
Yeah, there was a few odd ones in there, wasn't there?
Yeah. And then
Like, maybe they're just not seasoned travelers and know what to take photos of either, I
but
don't know.
8% sadness.
Yeah. But then you look at all the photos that she's taken previously. She knows how to take photos of things.
Yeah, like what was that thing they posed beside? It was Batgirl and somebody else.
Yeah,
What, I can't remember who it was.
yeah. It's just
Uh,
bizarre. It just like everything else. It just makes you think, like, what does that mean?
yeah.
Doesn't it?
And the 7 alibis, I was wondering if he meant 7 places that he went with Starlink, whatever it is, so they could prove
Yeah,
where he was.
yeah, maybe. I sort of thought maybe he meant like Starlink was one, his phone tracker would be another one, his boss and his co-workers maybe, or I don't know. I don't know what he meant, but he
And then today, I wish I need to write stuff down because I just forget. But
yeah,
was saying that he took the Subaru, and then switched cars with somebody that had a red truck. At 3 p.m., he took lunch. So that would tie in to the report that he was seen with Summer near the fairgrounds.
yeah. So he swapped vehicles, are you saying?
That's what someone said. I don't know if it's true.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think Priscilla wants to come up as well.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to let you know about
No,
that.
you're fine. You can stay if you want to stay.
No.
No, you don't want
Yeah.
to. I knew that I should have given you guys a heads up before we started too. I apologize for that because I knew we'd get a heap of naysayers in here.
Yeah.
And as I said, I was so undecided on whether to play it or not, but
Well, I hadn't heard it.
oh, really?
Yeah.
No, mate. Here's Priscilla.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am doing a lot better since everything went down about 3 weeks ago.
I know.
I'm doing a lot
It's
better, but
been
thanks for
crazy.
asking.
Hi,
No,
Priscilla.
I'm glad you're doing better because I do know how much it affected you. Like it's affected everybody, not just this YouTube creator business, but everything has affected us all. And
Oh,
that's
I
why I was
know.
pleased a week ago, I was like, people need to stop because it was affecting me physically, to the point where there was 3 days I couldn't even think about coming on. So I felt for you guys as well. Don't think that I would never think of all the subs because that's why I was so undecided today, because I was
Yeah,
thinking
but
of you.
we all need to lift each other up. I mean,
Yeah,
for real. It's nothing to do with Q Carlock had done a wonderful job. I give props to her and John and Scott H and all of them.
yeah.
And I just love them. I love them all. How
Yeah.
are you, Miss Justice?
Oh, not too bad. Rolling with the punches.
Literally.
Yeah.
But Sharon, you need to stand your ground, and you have stood your ground,
I've been trying, Priscilla.
and you are doing an awesome job. And don't quit.
Exactly.
Mhm. I don't know. Some days I really struggle with just how enormous this has all become, as in crazy, underhanded, and dirty. But at the end of the day, I go back in a circle to summer, and this is the last day it's going to be like this, as in really, really shitty. We need to get back on track and, praise the positive and try and ignore the ugly if it doesn't come for us, and move forward.
And I think they need to look themselves in the mirror and see what they have done to this community, especially the YouTube community. It's sad. It's sad.
It truly is.
And like I told,
Sorry,
that's
All right.
all right. You're
I'm
fine.
making noise.
And it's like I was telling what is her name? Crap.
Libby?
I was on no, not Libby. It was Queen on her channel, and I was telling them that, and this woman said that, well, y'all know that I'm a Christian and I believe in the Lord and all that, and they need Jesus. Everybody needs Jesus, to live, and this is what I think, and I don't mean to say anything bad. This is all positive, nothing bad.
Yeah.
But they need Jesus. And it's just like when we lay our heads down at night, we all need to pray for these people that has bashed us. Especially what happened 3 weeks ago. The reason why I had stepped away for a little while is because there's someone had said that I was on every like 4 or 5 panels. Well, yeah, I have been. And I enjoy talking to you guys, and I enjoy talking to Q Carlock and John Q and Scott H and all of them, and that affected me a whole lot. So
Yeah.
that's the whole reason why I had to do it all over,
Yeah.
and to protect myself, because I didn't want
No.
nobody to know, really nobody know who I was.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, you've got to look after yourself. And that's why I made the decision today that, to me, what I played, you can't get any worse than that, in my opinion. And that's it for me, as in addressing it again. I won't
Well,
be.
I'll tell you what. Sharon. I don't mean to
And I hope I
interrupt.
don't have a reason to as well. Like it's just, yeah, it is
You
what it is.
do you, and let everything else go.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
And if they say anything about you, just shrub it off. I had to
I'll
take a little time, and I'm doing a lot better with everything. Um, I believe with all my heart Summer's still alive. Where she's at, I do not know.
I've got a problem with Jen.
Oh.
Okay. Jen, what's wrong? See, this is the part I don't like, where what I've said has upset one of our lovely people. And I do think you're lovely, Jen. And look, I don't know what to say. I have to do what I think needs to be done, but I'm really sorry that it's affected you. That's sort of,
It's okay to back away for a little while, Jen. If you want my
yeah,
opinion.
but we will always be here for you.
Yeah.
No, Jen's been here for a long time. She's not okay, guys.
Does she want to come up?
Look, I totally get it, Jen. As I said, I was fighting with myself this morning. So please don't think I don't understand. And like, even with the people that were in here that were giving us curry in the chat, I was quite happy for them to stay and, throw their comments out there, because at the end of the day, all I'm asking for people is just listen and have a look at this. Then tell me that you still, but I can't take this fighting anymore. No, I get it, Jen. See, I hate to see anyone not okay. It's just an awareness thing. Just, we do love you, Jen. No, please don't think that we don't. It is hard. It's horrible. And that sort of makes me angry too, because I don't like seeing our subs angry. It's just not. And as I said this morning, I was like, don't do it. And then the other parts do it. And I just thought, I don't know. I think it needs to be out there. And as I said, we're going to move. Oh, Scott's on to the bloody food, and I haven't had lunch yet. Black beans and rice. Oh my God.
I know you don't know. I know you don't know me, Jenna or Jen or whatever your name was, but it's a part of mental health, and I have suffered from that my whole life,
Yeah,
and that has a lot to do with why I had backed off.
yeah.
And if you ever want to reach out to me, feel free to message Sharon. And you can get my contact info, my email, and
Yeah,
we'll set something up for you. It is a mess. It's affected the whole everybody, and we don't want no hate on here. We all love one another,
we do love each other.
and it's all about love. It's not about hate, baby.
Yeah, Jen, we're going to feel good after today. Get back on track and do some constructive stuff and happy stuff.
Yeah.
And I bought some new fabric I have to show you all too, because it's just darling. We had a lovely show, and the next day they pull crap on you. I know, Annette. It's just, and I just read a comment up there that it's gone past me now, but someone said we are all stressed, and I totally get it. We are all stressed because it has been horrendous on within what Don and Candace are doing, what all the harem are saying, everything. I know you've got to get it out there, Nat. That's sort of where I was too. That validation is the word, because it's all right to have these feelings, and people keep saying, so why are you thinking the way you are? And that's why I wanted to play it, because anyway, Obsidian's here. Hi, Obsidian. We'll put Obsidian. Oh, isn't she just the cutest? Look
I
at
love
her.
her. I love her to pieces.
I do too. She taught me so much yesterday about my star sign, guys. Didn't you?
Oh man, it's a pleasure. I just wanted to talk to you.
Oh, you're on here with us. Hello.
Hello. I could come in and lighten the mood, or see if I can get everybody to come up and just talk, maybe just to me, and let everybody listen, so we can just really understand how this is affecting everyone individually, besides telling the person direct, like not really media, but just to be heard. It's kind of contradictory to what I usually say, like, when you speak to make a statement, not just to be heard, but just everybody's so emotionally invested, and it's gravitational, because once you invest, it's like you're there. It's like, I gotta see it to the end. I gotta, you're not gonna tell me, I gotta put my time into this, but it's like we're all here it's no more or less, and I just hate how this is like folding out, like, like
Yeah,
it's not what it's supposed to be. Like it's just not, and everybody should be able to listen to each other without, cutting each
exactly.
other off, or without it being taken so harshly, because we have to understand that we're all in the same position from different angles, and
Yeah,
it's just proper communication, and if I would come out hostile, have Priscilla or like Sharon be able to be like, you know what, I know how you feel, let me just hear you out, instead of let me listen to just hear you. And if you want me to respond, I will, but I definitely won't react, because we're just
yeah,
going to keep breaking off pieces of the circle and blaming somebody else for it. But, it's at the end of the day, we got to put our foot down somewhere, and in general, it's just enough is enough. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to ignore you, but at the same time, I don't want to fight with you. Either way, it's causing a divide, So it's like, where's
yeah,
our common ground? Because it's really not over. It's really like, sadly, just getting started,
yeah. I know.
And we got us. We need us. Like, and
Yeah,
I, when things penetrate your soul, it's kind of hard to get it out there. And I think that Summer did that in many ways, and then but so did other things that we left with an open heart. Yeah, this chick gonna get in, So
a voice of reason, Obsidian, and I think you're amazing. You're very, very wise.
thank
You
you.
know, I just love
I'm all
it.
right.
You
She
are
is
all right,
Yeah,
girl.
she is a wonderful person, and I love her dearly.
Oh,
I
I
love
love you,
you, Summer.
Priscilla.
Glad to see you
I
back
re-
up there as you.
it's it's we are all like a huge family with like a couple of cousins. Just
Right.
I really would love nothing more than everyone to just say, let's just stop and come back together again. Everything will be awesome. And I
Yeah.
tried to do that with Tiffany and Q that day. And like
Right.
Tiffany even sent me a message after it and said, thank you, but um, thank you for being fair and for being nice to her and treating her kindly and everything. So that's why, and that's who I am. But it just turned
Yeah.
really dirty and really ugly, and I can't be a part of that.
Right.
So thank you, Celeste, for becoming a member. That
Yeah.
is awesome.
I was going to say that, but it's your job.
Yeah, well, you could have said that too, Priscilla. And
It's all appreciated. That's a beautiful thing at this moment, because it feels like,
yeah,
like you're securing your spot in this. And like I said, if we all say right now, like, we're done, like it all agree right now, and at least however many people are here right now, that's that many more people that are not. I'm not with it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not
yeah,
even going to respond to it. You have to know yourself when to shut the fuck up internally, externally. You have to know, because other than that, everything you say is going to be a response. It's going to have a reaction. It's going to have, repercussions. It's going to have something done, and that's not. We need results. We need resolve. We need,
mhm,
rescue, resource. We need, like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. If you
exactly.
you know, it's like, don't fight harder to get your point across of how hard you fought. Like, we see that,
Yeah,
but
we all
it's
put all our energy back into resources for summer. It'll be so much more productive than what we're doing now. You
yeah,
know,
it's
we've
gotta stay
sort
the
of lost.
course, and like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's easy. It's easier done than said. I talk it backwards. Everything is backwards for me. But if you really think about it, it's easier done than said, because if you it's easier said than done, you're going to keep saying it. It's easy to say it, but what are you doing? You know, and you have
yeah,
to act it into existence, because once you speak it, you just throw it out there. But it takes action. You have to be, and convicted in your part, your contribution. It doesn't matter what anybody else did or didn't do. Are you
yeah,
okay with your part? Is this a
exactly.
competition, or is what is we're really here for? Like I just like, I be quiet a lot. I'll be quiet,
Yeah,
but sometimes, I can't type that fast, and there's a difference between verbal sentiment as opposed to when you allow people to read things and they can take it out of context based on how they feel. Like, you
yeah,
can't read my words with your feelings, like, or your voice. It's like, so,
yeah,
I kind of like would like people to come up panel sometimes so you can get the gist of, well, I can kind of hear her say that, I could, pretty much feel
yeah,
how she said that, and I can because when I read things or I see things, I kind of look up, three before, three after, like, okay, what happened? Okay, I see right there what happened. Well, me on the outside, y'all need
yeah,
to chill out, But when it's that emotion, it's like, I don't even not like you. I'm just mad, and you're mad too. So let's just, it's like,
yeah. I get
nah,
it.
transmute that energy,
Yeah.
It's
And
powerful.
it's perception has a lot to do with it too, because as you're saying, you might feel a certain way and then you read something and you've taken it completely out of context of what that person's saying. So, and I've done that a couple of times. I did it yesterday to
Yeah.
Arkansas.
You did,
And
and I know you wouldn't let that go. I seen you come in a whole nother chat and apologize again. And
yeah, I felt really bad
yes,
because, yeah, and that's what happens when you're trying to read comment after comment.
yeah,
And but normally our chats are lovely and everybody enjoys being in here.
yeah,
So we're going to concentrate on that, Obsidian.
yeah. And it still can be lovely, even with the tension. Because if you got one person that's upset, then we can all come right just real quick. We know we're here
Yeah,
for, so unless we leave, we're still here for that. Let's figure out what's wrong with with our
yeah,
sister, with our brother, with our
exactly. Just like
is it
we all
that's
feel
us.
for Jen F right now,
Yeah, and it's not to single you out, but
No,
appreciate that we see you, and just people need to understand that it's okay. Just speak your
yeah,
mind, and you, like I told you last night, you can't always worry about how people are going to take it because you're never going to give you. It's not going to come from you. If you always worry about, well, I
exactly.
don't want to say it like that because this, okay, well then you're
I
going to lose
know,
less and less of yourself, and your word is
I
your
know,
everything. It's your resume, it's your legacy, it's everything. Once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are, and there's nothing you can do and show them. It's too
yeah,
late now, So I always tell people, like, speak
Can't get a
what,
word in.
speak your soul, speak your
yeah,
soul. It knows better than you. Trust me.
I just want to say one thing to Obsidian. You
What's
remember
up?
that night when y'all were live and you and Queen and Q were on panel
Yes, ma'am.
and I come up,
Yes.
didn't know what to think, did you?
No, I know you. Come on now. I know your country God loving ass. You know what I'm saying? I know it's him, but I understood, and I still appreciate you taking the time to email me and explain to me, just because it could have been a joke, but when I tell people to know who you know, I mean that. So you could never, you can't trick me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to say that that's not your energy. The sentiment that is wrong, or your punctuation was wrong, or your approach was wrong. Like you would never be
Mm,
like, hey, what's up, ethereal? Like, no, hell no, absolutely not. I don't know you, and you obviously don't know me. Like we don't speak like that. It's never formal, or I don't think I've approached anyone ever like, oh hi, nice to meet you. I just connect with people, and I'm going to speak to you like I've known you every day before right now. Because
yeah,
yeah.
why not? Because I have to feel that way because you could never fully teach me you. You can't teach me anything.
yeah,
No
exactly.
one can.
But I
No
wanted,
one
it
can.
was like, it was like more of a surprise because I wanted to surprise, I don't know. Yeah, I think Q knew who I was, but
Q
I
was
didn't know
asleep,
if you knew.
girl.
Do what now?
Q was asleep until about 6 in the morning. She ain't slick. When she bring me up, y'all got to know she about to fade into the background. She's in private chat like, Obsidian, I'm gonna take a little nap, okay? Like, girl, go ahead. It's good. I'll hit you on the hip if I get knocked off. I told her give me the password. I got you. I'm gonna hold it down.
You gonna take
It's
over
like,
her channel, ain't you?
nah. I just
No,
I just want to make sure she keep it. You know what I'm saying? because people might be
Yeah.
like, oh, she falls asleep on her live. Yes, because hello, hey, I'm right
I've
here.
seen
She don't, even when
I've
she
seen
awake.
pardon, I've seen her I've seen quite a few creators fall asleep on their lives lately.
Yeah, because you know what it is, and I was telling her, and I know you find yourself doing it. Everyone does. They're like, okay, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down. But it's such a beautiful thing to truly see so many people come together. Like, and
I
if you don't
know.
see them, it's like, dang, where's such and such? Like, she wasn't in the chat today, and it's like, I know we talked about what we were talking about, but there are still more people coming in. But then it's like everybody's just talking amongst themselves. So me
Yeah,
personally, I always extend myself, outside the chat because you never know what type of
yeah,
just second wind or anything you're giving someone. And God forbid, this is anyone's last saving grace. Like for me, like these chats is it's everything for me. Like outside of that, I don't all I got is me.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
don't I don't feel the need to, like, oh well, I probably I'll let you know my situation, but I never ever intend nor do I want you to feel it. I can tell you what I'm going through without making you feel it. And I don't want that. And I don't think a lot of people can do that. And that's why a lot of people are unheard because it's like, oh, no, 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 no. Don't you prompt some feelings on me like that. I'm going to have to just go, whoa, hold up,
I wish
you
I could
know?
do more for you, Obsidian. I would really love to live closer to you so I could do more stuff for you.
Yeah, no, it's all right because you know what? I tell everyone that it's life itself is those harshest humbling that you will ever have to accept. And when you live a good life, sadly, you don't experience or learn much. You're just comfortable and everything's going to come to you because this is how you've set it up to be. But sometimes you got to be, you know, you got to be curious on what it's like on the other side, And I'm a very powerful manifester. And I think my empathic qualities have put me in a lot of situations that most people see as horrible. But I appreciate them so much because now this is someone else or another situation that I can literally relate to. So now I can speak to you because I refuse to ever speak on anything that I personally can't relate to or that I haven't been through. And
Yeah,
just because I've been through it, I don't know if you can get through it or not. We just talking because I feel you,
yeah,
and but you have to have a certain level of self to do anything. I can give you instructions, but if you don't know where to apply them with or on yourself or external, then it's pointless. Like people, oh, I need some
yeah,
money. I can give you $1 million, and then you'll come back tomorrow and ask me for 20. But I
yeah,
should have discerned that you're not financially, responsible to know those things. And now whose fault is it? You know what I mean? Those things like that. And I thrive so much to understand people that I've literally like manifested myself into, just heartbreak and just pain and homelessness and addict everything. And I don't regret anything. I'm never sad, like I don't know. I don't know what anger is. Like I don't, I felt hate probably once in my life, and I despise that situation and that person that introduced that because no one should ever feel that. Because in order to hate, you have to understand your capacity and your magnitude of love. That's the only reason and the only way you could ever hate anything. And I refuse, to enter that type of ugly. And
yeah,
I'm not because I understand as well as I'm absorbent is because I want to understand, but other people are observant. And you're not going to take your own mind and make a conception of me and then go tell it someone else. And then people are so, weak minded that it's like, oh, that's such and such. Yeah, it's like, no. And they don't either. Like,
yeah,
you can ask me, you got to be an open book. And I just want everybody to be more open. Like I said, you think we're all here because we're bored? I don't think so.
Some of them are. To be honest with you, some of them
Hell
are. They
no.
just want.
Everything on
That's the
YouTube, well,
reason
they
why.
must be a little kooky. Is this where your boredom bring you?
yeah,
I feel everybody's been through something or seen someone go through something or just have experienced things that they didn't know what to do or they didn't recognize it and they couldn't do anything. So that you're drawn to it. You don't get
yeah,
drawn into other people's lives until you get to a point in yours and you can't go back and change that. But now you can be more aware for next time and now you can, prevent it or you can recognize it in other people. And it's
yeah,
always better to know that you're not morbid or you're not weird. And there's so many people who will come together for one thing, but you can't just walk up to somebody like, hey, so you like, you like, true crimes, and getting in people's business and figuring out where their kids at and who killed them. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like,
I
what?
know.
People are like, why are
Let
you
me.
into that?
I,
What happened,
Oh, we lost
Priscilla?
Priscilla.
Yeah, she was
We
probably from around the mountain, but she was gonna say let me go. But yeah, but you know what I mean. I I stick to the course. You know what I mean. Like I don't really care. Like I tell
yeah.
everybody, I talk to myself at the end of the day. Not like that, but because I know it's always gonna land on another ear. And
Yeah.
you're not deaf, so you have no choice but to hear me. But I guarantee there's gonna be a point in there where you start to listen. And that's all I need. I don't even need a response. I just need to know that you heard me, and it'll make sense when it's supposed to. You'll have that aha moment.
I just can't believe the way you explain things that are so logical and on point.
Adolescent, that's a bit adolescent.
Do you know what I mean? It's amazing to me. Where I will try and get it out and I get all tongue tied and I can't think of a word, and it's a process,
Yeah,
where it just rolls off your tongue exactly how it is and how I would like to be able to say things. You have a real gift with that.
thank you. I just feel
No,
like
you're
I don't
amazing.
know. I have a very, I guess, like I'm mature in a sense, but that's because like I have no choice but
Very.
to be. But
Do you know
I've never ever lost my childlike essence, and
me either?
I'm so the things I say, it's like I get that. Why do I get that? But it's like it doesn't matter your age bracket, it doesn't matter where you come from. Like I speak so simplistic, but it's in a way that it's gonna be understood only if it applies to you. But it may be a totally different situation, but you get it though, right? Like to me,
Yeah.
everything is no more or less or different than anything else. I mean, we can talk about a case and I just describe the whole box of crayons and how they melt and get new color or just things like that. It's because like I don't know. I don't want to seem like, oh, and then with logistics, say, and based off analytics and girl, good night.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I
I'm not
know.
here. Yeah, I'm not here to confuse you.
Yeah.
And it's the more you are easily listened to, the more you can share.
Yeah.
I would say, and it's just for me, it's like and no one wants to be lectured. No one wants to be corrected before they make a mistake,
Exactly.
and things like that. And like I said, I've been on so many different sides of every spectrum that it's just like I'm not judging. Hey, I told y'all I'm just a narrator. I will never say anything other than what I just saw. I can't. I have no right.
Yeah.
So that's when reassess yourself. Why would I don't have the mental nor emotional capacity to make up anything about anyone, like at all. Like so, and
Yeah.
you just gotta know when to put return to sender on somebody. Their actions, their feelings, their everything, and just send them in the corner and let them deal with their package. I looked
Yeah.
in it the same for me. Just like with bad feelings, depression, I tell everybody try it. Oh, hey, depression, you done popped up again, huh?
Yeah.
Well, not really in the mood for company, but you welcome to stand by or just, or then you brought your friends and hey there, frustration. Look at anger over
Yeah.
there. You also make yourself useful, okay?
Yeah.
Like later, and they feel like we're so weird. Like it works in a sense. If you treat everything you treat your feelings as if it's a person. You don't want anybody
Yeah.
popping up at your house.
Oh my God. That is so cool. I've
You know what I
never
mean?
ever
You're not
seen
gonna
that
just open the door
way.
like,
Yeah.
oh. You're like, who
Wow.
told you to come? But you can designate like I'll get to you later, and then when you sort you out, like, okay, come on, depression, y'all come here. Let me figure out why you're here. Like, what's up? you know, and and
I'm gonna
and I literally that's what works for me, And I tell people that, and they're
yeah.
like, "Girl, let me tell you why." My baby daddy thought I was crazy. I was in the room, and I was like, "Okay, insecurity, come here." I was like, "Oh, that's where you start." She's like, "Yeah," because she just keep popping up, and I was like, "Well, what did you tell her? Like, what did y'all talk about?" And then she's like telling me, and I'm like, "Girl, you told her, so she ain't coming back. If she do, boop." Go
Yeah.
that way. Or get a whole
Yeah.
hug. Like, you know, and
Oh,
it's different because if you're trying to deal with everything inside of you, so you just grab it shit. You don't know. You got to go
yeah.
over there and feed your heart some ice cream and, you know, just, you
Yeah.
know, what, you know, put some lotion on your brain. Like, oh, yeah. Okay. So can we, you know, you're just building a bigger hell now, you know?
You know
So
what's going to happen now, don't you?
what?
You're going to receive like 4-hourly updates on whether my depression has snuck into the or
Right. You know, it's beautiful. Please do, because it's so important. And I tell people, when
it
you
is.
ask yourself, is
It's
your
come
mind your
through
friend?
the opinion.
I tell people that. I'm like, hold on, girl. I got to see something real quick. Like, are you my friend? Like, who you talking to? This thing up here, this noggin.
Yeah.
Is your mind your friend? Like, how's your relationship like? Because I don't even
Yeah.
think my mind is mine sometimes. And I just let it. I'll be right here when you get back. But
Yeah.
you know, because you have to. It's if you really suppress, you know, emotion or anything, it's like it's the key to failure in any situation. I don't care how
I've
successful you
just
are, how much you
never
have.
ever thought of it like that. It's just,
They
it's
gonna pop
so,
up unbeknownst to
yeah.
self, and then everything's just kaboom. Like, oh, I did not mean to. I might have said that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just going through. That doesn't matter at that point because you knew you was going through a lot, and you let it build up, and you kept coming here, and you kept giving you passes, and then it's
Yeah.
like you know, you kind of place that up. I just need you to do this, so I have a reason to do what I was gonna do anyway. But it looks better if
Yeah.
I can blame me for it. Hell
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not with me. Not let the smile fool you, but you know, but
You're
like
amazing.
I just feel
I
like
just
you
love
can always
you.
talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to
so
do this more often,
yeah, you
Obsidian.
know, I'll be lurking, I'll be sitting there.
Oh, I
I,
know.
I
I see you.
I told
You
you
are.
I'll be arguing with myself. I'm like, well, what you going
Yeah.
up there for? I don't know. I don't know. Well, okay, exactly. So you think they want to see you not know when they already? Well, you know what? I just like to wing it. Okay, that's my way of life.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I have no clue, but I'm gonna just. It's gonna get done. You know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, just push the button. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just save it to my favorites, and then out of
Yeah.
nowhere, I'm gonna just do it. Just close your
Yeah.
eyes. Hey, push that button for me. It's like it's too late now, you know. And it's just
Yeah.
you got to be able to sometimes. So I feel like it's more. It's like a. I'm really shy, believe it. People are like, what? It's like I'm so bashful. Like when people compliment anything, I like cringing to myself. Like, thank
Yeah.
you. Like, no,
Yeah.
stop. You know, and
See,
I'm not used to that. You know,
yeah, me
and
too. I'm
and
exactly
that's
the
not my
same.
intention. You know, it's just like I have to be the purest version of myself, and I mean, I'm not gonna come over here and just dominate it because I'm so I'm not. Like I'm
No.
sitting here crisscross applesauce, playing on my toes, rocking side to side right now, like just
Yeah.
you know. But it's just me. Like, and I just I can't give you anything else. And for everybody else, when you talk to me, you're gonna have to be the most you ever been. If you're weird, you're gonna have to be the weirdest weird that you could possibly dig in your pocket and get. If you're the dark
Yeah.
side, hey, be dark. Just hey, own
Yeah.
it. Own it. I'm not here to judge you. And I'm not gonna come with you when we leave here, but I'll see you. Hey,
Yeah.
that's it. That's for you.
I
You
totally
know?
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to agree to understand, you know. And yeah.
Obsidian, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to go because it's just started pouring rain
Oh, so let's
and I
go.
think my car windows are down. So I am going to have
Oh
to
no,
get
go
off
shut
here.
it down, protect you. You know, I always tell you, put
Yeah.
you first. I love you and go
Thank
secure
you
the
so
fort.
much for coming up. And
You're welcome, baby.
yeah,
I love y'all too, chat. All right.
I love you too.
All
See
right, go
ya.
close the windows, protect the fabric.
I'm going to. Okay, I've got to go, guys, but thank you so much, mods and everybody, for coming in. We're getting back on track for tomorrow and have some fun and obviously get back on track with summer. I just seen in the comments real quick that there was something said about a witness at the showground. So if anyone's got any info, please email to me. And I really do have to go and check this car. So I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. And I hope Jen F's okay. See you guys.